Hello, this is Arthur again, and today I have this 2010 BMW 650i Convertible. This car is around 134,000 miles. I've worked on this car many times before. I've done valve stem seals on it, rear main seal, bunch of different repairs over the last maybe 5 years or so. And today it's here because it developed an issue. The owner said that it's having a message keeps popping off up and on the dash that says low oil pressure. So we're gonna see what the problem is and see if we can try to fix it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the oil and remove the oil filter and see if I can see if there is anything in there. I'm probably going to try to go through the drain plug hole and see if I can possibly see inside the pickup tube with the camera, see if there's anything blocking. As far as I know, the problem is caused by these check valves that go on the head on both sides. One of the check valves probably has failed and is causing the problem, but I'm going to drain it first and see if I can see anything, and then I'll go back up to the check valves. Okay, well, oil is draining. I don't see anything obvious in the filter or in the drain, but that doesn't mean that nothing got disintegrated. Nothing meaning the check valve. I also looked to see if there are any like large oil leaks or anything that would cause the oil pressure light to come on, but no, there are a couple of drops here and there, but nothing big. I'm going to put the camera through this hole to see if I can see anything on the pickup tube. I did try to look with the camera through the drain plug hole, but unfortunately I can't really see much through there. I did put the drain plug and the oil filter housing cover back in place, so it won't be dripping oil all over the place. Now I'm going to lower the car and see what I'm going to do from the top. So to access the check valves, I need to remove this top cover as well as the throttle body with the intake. I'm not sure if I need to remove the intake manifold or not. I don't think I have to, but I'm going to see. Next, I'm going to remove the throttle body. This should just pop out. Okay, so looking at the side of the block, You can see the T40 right here, 1, 2, and the third one here, as well as on this side, on the driver's side. There are a few as well, hidden over there. It's kind of getting blocked by the throttle body. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull them out, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to start pulling them out one by one. Okay, I think. Okay, that moved to the side. It should give me a little bit more room over here to access the valves. These are pretty tight because see this one. I think this got a swivel adapter. It'll be easier to turn. There you go. It's coming now. Okay. Okay. So looking at all the check valves, I think they're okay, although I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they're stuck open or something. I'm going to put new ones anyway. But meanwhile, I'm also going to replace the oil pressure switch because it might be bad. Pressure switch is located right under the vacuum pump. I did remove the wire and it is full of oil, so it's likely the switch is bad and is leaking. So I'm glad I'm replacing this. Okay, here are the new check valves I have, 6 of them, as well as I have a oil pressure switch. This is the part number, oil filter, and I'm going to go ahead and put this one in first, and then I'll put these in. I'm going to go ahead and put the sensor in. It's kind of by feel, can't really see much. Okay. I also cleaned out the connector, so I'm going to plug it back in. Okay, that's good. Now next I'm going to put in the check valves. Okay, everything is connected. I put oil in, I changed the oil filter, put a new washer for the drain plug. And I'm going to start the car. Let it run for a while. Before it's pretty much maybe 30 seconds in, the oil pressure light would come on, the warning light. So hopefully that fixed the problem. Let's look at it together. Okay, this car's been running for about a minute. Before it would come on right away, pretty much, like as soon as you idle the car, the warning would come on. Okay, I'm going to take it for a little test drive, but I think that fixed the problem. I did say the car is 134,000 miles, actually it's 136,661 miles, which is very important to know, obviously. Okay, here are the old parts, as well as the oil switch, which was leaking. So I'm guessing either this was given a issue because of the leak, or one of these was stuck open. I'm kind of thinking that it's this one, because these, if they're stuck open, maybe there will be some drivability issues, but the car was actually driving really well, no noises or anything like that. Either way, it would be good to replace these, as they're a common failure point, and now it has new ones, so you don't have to worry about that. All right. Alright, that's about it for this video. Replacing those parts actually fixed the issue. The light is not coming on anymore. Luckily, it wasn't anything serious, and it is serviceable items, basically, whatever are replaced. So the owner will have a nice peace of mind knowing that those parts have been replaced and they're new. I'm glad you don't have to remove the intake manifold to be able to access the check valves. It's a pretty good design. Overall, you know, I'm a fan of this engine, this N62. If you've seen my valve stem seal video for a similar 550i, you know, it's pretty good. These engines do require often maintenance, but overall I think they're one of the best V8 engines that BMW made, non-M at least. Alright, thank you for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. There are more videos to come. Bye bye.